To what extent is the ZT framework or model optimal? Most people say it is a very large extent or large. So 61 and 14 call that 75. So 3 out of 4 people really say the pillar model is a great thing to have. Nobody said that it's not. So that's always good to know there. The importance assigned to each pillar, which pillars are most important, in other words. So the majority of folks are taking care of data, logical, but then again, the question becomes, what is data? Is data intellectual property? Is it something in a database? Is it some record somewhere? If I write a blog today, is that valuable IP? Is that data? So we could ask that question. Network and infrastructure environment, absolutely. That's where the microsegmentation side of this thing comes into play. Users, totally. Devices, yep. And as you go further down, you get towards the automation orchestration, which all of this is logical. This is the same stuff I've heard from a lot of my folks that I work with too. So good to know. Rating organizations on the maturity scale for microseg. So this is interesting because I wasn't aware that they had pushed this out yet, but this is pretty slick. So preparation is 14%, basic 37, and intermediate 38. And if you read the definitions there, it gives you a little bit of understanding of where they are on that maturity curve. But it looks like the majority of people, 70%-ish, are between basic and intermediate, which is good. I want them to be further on than just preparing for it because we've known about this for a while. 2/3 of respondents are segmenting their networks. Endpoint security is very much in use. Network segmentation is very much in use. SIM and SOAR followed up their DLP, YUC, and then CASB at the other end of it. So there's your kind of capabilities that are in use today. And then segmentation methods. Most people are firewalls and VLANs to the tune of about 75-ish, 73%. SDN is another 10. Microseg, though, is 5%. So this is where folks should sort of change their thinking and approach to this. Is those are legacy approaches, firelans and VWalls, or excuse me, I just mixed those two together, firewalls and VLANs. The truth of the matter is nowadays, with the SDN, microseg application, those types of things, you can get way more granular. So I would say if you're in this group of 73-ish%, there's a better way to do things. Start looking at advanced microsegmentation now. And then segmentation of IT, OT, and IoT, which OT stuff. Most folks focus pretty heavily on IoT and OT. So that makes sense